on, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about EVAA protocol. So this thing is up 25% in the last hour. I actually made a video on it 2 days ago talking about a support that we were going to pull back to. It did exactly that, and then I was mentioning what could happen next, and now we're going to talk about that. So remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice, but let's hop straight into it. And remember, become a member of the channel. It's only $9.99 per month. You'll probably make all the money back in the first month, guys. We're doing insane calls every single day on all these. And look, I don't do buy calls. I don't do sell calls. You know, I just give the prediction of where I think the market's going next and whatever I'm looking at. And we're going to talk about EVAA protocol today. So anyways, go ahead and become a member of the channel. Now look at this, guy. So what do you see when you look at this chart? Well, the first thing that you should be looking at is the pattern here. This is a symmetrical triangle, and not just any symmetrical triangle. It is a bullish symmetrical triangle. Now, the actual win rate on a symmetrical triangle trade, or just the success rate on it, is only 54% for continuation to the upside. So remember, this triangle only has a 54% chance to break out, but it is a bullish pattern. So it does break out like this all the time. It does this all the time. And look, I feel as if I'm a master at trading with these chart patterns, right? So there's a possibility that it doesn't go through. But lately, a lot of them have been going through. So this is a bearish symmetrical triangle on Evanis. It went through and continued to the downside. This is a descending channel on Evanis. It went through to the upside, which is usually what a descending channel should do. This is a bullish symmetrical triangle, and it went through the continuation to the upside. And then we have a ascending one right here. This is a bullish ascending triangle right here. So I'm no stranger to these wedge patterns, and I'm going to let you guys look at it because I know I just now went fast through that. So you can see all the different patterns here. My trading style consists of these chart patterns, the Fibonacci retracements, these little white lines, which are just my micro and macro support and resistance lines, my %R trend exhaustion indicator, and the MACD. I literally only use these 5 different techniques while trading, and it works perfectly for me, but it might not work for everyone. But anyways, let's go back to EVAA protocol, because as you guys can see, we are building this symmetrical triangle. It could break out right now as we're talking. It could break out right now, literally. So during this video, I want you to listen to this, and then we're going to talk about this. The MACD, look at that. That's a nice MACD to look at, but a lot of resistance too. So like I said, there could be a pullback to $5. If that happens, now you heard what I said. There could be a pullback to $5 if it gets rejected at this resistance at that Fibonacci. What did it do? It got rejected at the resistance at the Fibonacci. So come back here and look at that. Yep, you see that? Yep, we got rejected right there. Where did I say? I said if it goes down to $5. Look, it doesn't have to necessarily go all the way down to $5. Now look, if this symmetrical triangle is a false signal and it breaks down, because remember, it only has a 54% chance to go up. Remember, it's only a 54% chance to succeed. So if this breaks down to the downside, then now you're looking for what? $5 and then $3.90. That's what you're looking for right there if it breaks to the downside. All right, so let's keep playing this. You know what to do. You know what to do. If it hits $5, look, that is a good support area. If it hits $5, you know what to do. It might not get that low. It might stop at $7, because look back here. It might stop at 7. But if it does get to 5, even 7, possibly 7, but 5 is better. If it gets to 5, just know you can make some shake with that. You can. All right, and like I said, you can make some shake with it, and that's exactly what we're doing. Look, this thing pulled down here from $9 all the way down here to $5.80. I mentioned $5 and it got to $5.80. That's why I said never be too hung up. I know that's not proper English, right? But never be too hung up on like a certain level, right? If it's a certain resistance or a certain support level, don't get too hung up on it. Like, you can buy a little bit above the support. you can sell a little bit below the resistance. You don't have to wait till it gets to the resistance to sell. Honestly, this right here, if I were in for this whole pump right here, which I was not, but if I was, I wouldn't have tried to take it all the way up to $9 and getting up to 170%, right? I would have sold it right here at this Fibonacci at $7 and got 115%, right? And I wouldn't have waited for this to hit $5 if I would have bought in on this. There's just too many gems, so I don't even take all the trades that I put out there. But there's a lot of good fire trades that I put out there. But I don't, like here, I would have just bought here. Probably would have just sold here at this resistance for a quick 25% flip, right? Because if you do that with $10,000, like you're getting a quick $2,500. If you can do that at least like every day, maybe once a week, you're doing good. Like, all right. But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff going on in the market. There's a lot of good opportunities. You don't have to get all of them. And look, when you see stuff like this, you wait for confirmation. Do not buy because you see me making a video talking about this is bullish. Yes, this is bullish, but it only has a 54% chance of winning. You have to remember that. And this is coming directly from TradingView. TradingView is the leading trading platform. Like everybody uses TradingView to track their charts, right? But like I was saying, guys, you don't have to do much, right? You don't have to buy right now. If this thing starts taking off, right, you still don't have to buy. But if it gets to $9, that's when the real breakout happens. Now, you don't even need to hope and pray for it to get above $9. All you need is this. This is all you need right here. From here to that resistance, and you're good. You're on 17%, 17.10%. So you can literally get the small gains and be good. Like you don't have to get the large amount of gains every time. And like you don't have to buy at the bottom every time, and you don't always have to sell it at the complete top. But what I will say right now is, personally, I wouldn't be buying this right now. If you already bought it, cool. Like you should have did that back here, not up here. Because then by the time it gets to $10, you're up 100%. Whereas if you're buying now, it's going to take you all the way up to $14 to get to, well, $15 to get to 100%. So 7.5 times 2 is 15. So it's going to take you all the way up to $15 to get 100% gains. Whereas if you would have bought down here, where I was mentioning it before, it would only take you to about $11. So that's a huge difference when you're trading. But yeah, I think this is going to be a good play. But remember, it can break down to the downside. Remember the levels I mentioned before. We have a level here at $5, and then we have $3.90. Remember those support levels. So keep that inside of mind if it does not break out. But a lot of projects have been breaking out recently. And remember what they said on the previous tweet that they did. They said something big is going to happen. They said something big is coming out. And then they said it hasn't came out yet. Look, we're preparing to release a major release in the coming days. These crypto people, they're not dumb. They know the chart patterns. So they can even look at the chart patterns and be like, okay, if we couple this super bullish chart pattern with super bullish news, we get super bullish results. And this is how they're going to look at it. There is no coincidence that they're about to drop some huge news at the end of a bullish symmetrical triangle. We're seeing the same thing here. The symbols are here. And the creators of the cryptos, they know this. So they release news right at these symbols. The developers here, they're watching the charts probably, and they're probably going to release news very soon. But yeah, this is all I got for you guys today. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. I'm not telling anyone to buy right now. Remember, you always want to wait till confirmation. There's no confirmation yet, but this is a bullish pattern. Shout out to the members out there. It's only $9.99 per month, guys. Go ahead and become a member. You can have me go over any crypto or anything, right? Any crypto, any stock, as long as it's not some low cap scam coin, I'll go over it. So anyways, shout out to you guys. As always, I'll be back with another video.